lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leora and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is going to be the Ageless Beauty Tag, and this is the tag that my friend Debbie from Vinyl Beauty here on YouTube came out with just, I don't know, some time ago, very little time ago, and I was like, wow, this is such a good idea. Why didn't I think about that? Yeah, so I was so thrilled that she came out with her own tag, and it is such a important topic to talk about, especially now that I'm 41 years old and I'm not 16 anymore, and I'm actually dealing also with things like getting my first wrinkles and getting some gray hairs. Yeah, I know. And that is not the reason why I'm covering my hair, just saying. But anyway, it's an issue. How do we position ourselves? How do we define ourselves here on this platform that is so controlled by being beautiful, by being youthful, by being perfect, by being all of these things? And then also besides that, besides being on social media, also of course in our normal lives, on our outside world, whatever, you know, the normal lives when you go to the supermarket, when you do normal stuff, you know. So that was such a good idea to talk about this, and that's why I'm sitting here today. So in case you don't know me, I am Leora. I'm 41 years old, and maybe one doesn't see it so much, but I am. I have 7 kids, and today I'm here to talk about age. All right, I'm pretty blessed, I have to say, because I do look pretty young compared to what my age in numbers is. It does not have so much to do with makeup though, because even if you have seen me on my channel already without makeup, you see that I basically look like a child, right? So I'm actually looking a little bit older with makeup. It is just what I like to do is I do like to color correct my melasma, because that is an issue for me that makes me really insecure. But besides that, I don't need it in that sense. It makes me feel beautiful, it makes me feel wonderful, but I do not need it to make me feel younger, you know, that I don't need. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to go into the questions. Let me just check, how many questions do we have in this tag? I think it's 10 questions, and I have to also like preface this by saying that right now when I'm filming this, we are in isolation, we're under lockdown, and my life has spun out of control again because of that, because of everybody being home, schools being cancelled, all of that. So just saying that I did not have really mind space to sit down and like focus on the questions and think, what am I going to say? So I'm going to take this as a challenge, and I'm going to just start talking. Okay, so let's see what comes up bubbling out of Leora when I'm reading the questions. Okay, so first question: to what degree do you think society, social norms influence the makeup we wear as we get older? Okay, so I do believe that the thing that is expected from us, especially as women, that we age gracefully. But gracefully is not aging like Leora is aging. Aging gracefully is what I feel is expected, that maybe you can have some soft glam makeup if you don't overdo it, but basically, you know what, with time, just sort of fade into the background, step back and let the younger generation move forward. And I think to a certain extent that is healthy, and it should also be that way, because, you know, we also hand over the work from generation to generation, and the younger generation should be able to move up. But when it comes to the beauty industry, and when it comes to also the issue that basically there are more and more older people out there also, you know, there is a huge market also for older people. And that is so ignored, because why are older people not allowed to be beautiful? Why are they not allowed? It's not really that it's not allowed. It's more like is it frowned upon? Is it judged? You know, put in whatever word you want to put in. I feel like we as older people, and I know I'm not old, I know sort of in the middle, but we are not supposed to define ourselves in every way we can or in every way we want, and I hate that, and I'm absolutely against that. And I only found my way in all of this when I started modeling, which was when I was 38. I mean, who starts modeling at age 38? But that's what I did, and that's what I started to step out of the shadow at that age, when other people are basically starting to sort of withdraw maybe a little bit. So, you know, this is how I see it, because I only found myself at that age. So how tragic would it be when we, at the age where we as women, as mothers, as just us, we find ourselves at that age and finally know how to define ourselves, or we are at least we're getting a little bit closer to know what we want and what we don't want. And that is then the point where we are supposed to step back, and I cannot accept that. So I don't know if that is even the answer to the question, but I hope so. Okay, question number 2. At what age do you think it's inappropriate to wear makeup that's traditionally seen as more youthful, like color, glitter, etc.? Okay, so that is very, very quickly answered. I do not believe. I have to say, wait. I have to say that as of right now, the way I see the world now, okay, that I have to sort of put in there. The way I see the world now, I don't think there should ever be a limit on what you want to do and on how you want to express yourself. That's my answer. You know, really, that is the only thing I want to say to that, because there should not be. You know, people should always be able to express themselves. Some people do it in painting, some people do yoga, some people do, I don't know, dancing or sitting on a pole. And I'm putting on colorful makeup, I'm putting on colorful clothes in a society that is very black and white here in where I live. And I always feel like, you know what, if you have been here from the beginning of the channel, I at some point made a video about me, how I feel about being so different, and I compared it, and it just came back to me a couple of days ago when she did this tag. I compared myself to like one zebra in a herd of zebras, everybody black and white, but I'm the one with the red ribbon on my head. I don't know if anyone remembers this. That was the very beginning of my channel. But anyway, so this is how I see myself, you know, and if there would just be a few more who would wear, someone a pink ribbon, someone a light blue ribbon, someone a neon yellow ribbon, then we wouldn't be so aliens. We wouldn't be aliens anymore, you know? So that would be actually really great. And I just highly want to encourage everybody who wants to step out and be different, you know? Yeah, so that is that. Question number 3. Be honest. Have you ever looked at an older person and thought they should not be wearing makeup anymore as they are too old to make it look good? When I was young and I thought I ruled the world, I did think that. Yes, totally honest. And it was usually the crazy cat lady kind of women, which I'm turning into now, apparently. So it was usually like very wrinkly women with wonky clothes and wonky makeup. And I thought, wow, this is not good. This is like, it's watching an accident, you know? But now, ever since I started on YouTube, like 2.5 years, these 2.5 years on YouTube have been a huge influence on me also to be more understanding of where other people stand and that they also need their own space. And if they are successful in this, or if they're good at this or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they want to put, I don't know, glittery eyeshadow on their cheeks, then let them do it. Is it weird? Maybe. Do I need to judge this? No. Can I just overlook it and just smile and be happy for that person that she has the guts to do that? Yes. You know, I think this is how we should look at life. Definitely. So yes, I did judge it when I was younger and I didn't know anything, but I thought I knew everything, but not anymore. Question number 4. When watching YouTube, do you tend to watch channels from creators of similar age to you, or do you think it doesn't matter? I need to tell you that it is probably really like that I'm watching. There is not a lot in my age group, really. At least I don't know. And also it is not only according to age. Of course, I also have to vibe with the person in general. I have to vibe with the content that the person is creating. So there are not so many out there that I'm vibing with, you know. But in general, I would say I am really watching YouTubers that are 30 plus, which is, for social media, it's not young anymore, you know, because YouTubers are like 16, whatever, you know, young. And yeah, so I would say I am definitely leaning towards older or middle age or older ones, but I'm not saying exclusively that that's how it is, because there are also a few younger ones. I'm really not so much putting it like a tag on this, that I'm watching this age group or not. It's really more about the person, what that person has to offer, what I can learn from this person, how the vibe is, and how that person sees life. So that is really, I think that would be my answer. Question number 5. Does ageism exist in the beauty world? I didn't even know there is a word like this. Ageism exists in the beauty world. If you think it does, where is this originating from? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. It's hard for me to answer this question. I don't think I'm putting enough importance to it, you know, because to know what is all behind it, where it comes from. I don't think, for me personally, it is that important. As soon as I made the choice that this is not going to be how I want to judge people anymore, with me also getting older, of course, you know, I just stopped thinking about that. And maybe I should think more about it, but honestly, right now I have other problems. You know, but I do absolutely believe that it exists, and that there is always the trend in everything, in fashion, in every industry, towards the younger people, towards, like in the computer industry, everywhere, you know, app developments, everything, everywhere there is a high focus on young people. And yeah, it feels like, wow, if you cannot keep up, you get decluttered, and that is a shame. So that is also why I think that people like Debbie and I and a few other people here on YouTube can actually make a difference, to make it more, not even acceptable, but just that we are here, you know, we have a voice, we are here, and that's good, you know. Yeah, so Debbie, I'm sorry if I'm messing up your tag. Okay, question number 6. Do brands do enough to attract or cater for the over 40s? Do you think there is untapped potential there? Definitely. Absolutely, definitely. I do believe that. I do believe every single time, for example, when a brand comes out with an eyeshadow primer that is clear, see-through, you know, I think that is not good, because only people with flawless skin can use that. You know? Or, for example, I think every brand should have, if they care enough, they should have color correctors, because for old people, older people, that is essential. You know, if you want to have a flawless look, and I need a flawless look because I have photo shoots with my looks, like real photo shoots, you know. So I want to be professional in that. And for me, an everyday makeup is not just good enough. It is not, because this is my business. And not everybody, of course, has that situation, but I chose that situation for me. And I do believe that brands should have the option, for example, for color correctors and for eyeshadow primers of different skin tones, because I need that. I cannot use color correctors that have that are see-through, that are clear, because I do have melasma also on my eyelids, you know, and if I put makeup on that, it's gonna look crappy. So, and I don't want that, you know. I'm way too professional to make it, like, to be okay with that. So yeah, if I'm already going through the hassle of those 1.5 hours of putting on makeup every single day, I want it to be perfect, please. Okay, so I really do believe that there is definitely room for development, and there should be done more. Also, for example, in foundations that are sometimes so cakey on older skin, you know. Now, I don't have a lot of wrinkles yet, I don't, so I'm still very, very blessed. I also do a lot for it. I have not had any surgery or anything, or injections or anything, but I really watch what I eat, I watch what I drink, and I do a lot to just do whatever I can in my power to, like, stay young and healthy and plump as much as I can, you know, and as long as I can. But I do believe that there is still a long way to go also for brands. Also, the other thing that I maybe should add to this is sending PR to older influencers, you know. Why is it only the young ones, or mostly the young ones, or the younger ones that get PR? Why shouldn't we test makeup or foundations or whatever, you know? I think that would actually be really, really beneficial for a lot of brands. Okay, question number 7. Do you do anything to counteract aging, or do you think it doesn't matter? Now, I just almost answered that question. Sorry. Anyway, I told you that I did not read through these questions too much before. Yeah, I do a lot. I have been doing a lot ever since I was 16. And I think that was really, really great that I did that. But I felt back then I was very overweight already. And I was going from being normal weight and starving myself down to being really overweight and going back down and whatever. And I was in a really messy place. And I felt like if I can just take care of my skin, so my skin doesn't suffer too much from going, you know, like the yo-yo effect, going up and down, then at least I have something, you know. So I was really, really crazy actually. I never used the same lotions and the same, I don't know, whatever, moisturizing creams, facial creams, whatever, for a long stretch. I never used the same twice, you know. So I was always thinking there's in each different one, in each moisturizing cream for my face or whatever, there is different stuff that my face needs. And if I only stick to one product, it is like you're eating the same thing all the time. So I always switched around. I did that, and I always wore sun protection. Always, you know, and at some point even I started to wear like a real sunscreen. This one say that's a sunscreen, sun protection beyond also just the normal SPF that you have in day creams usually. So that is yeah, that's what I did. And then of course really watching what I eat, and I only started to do that maybe from age 35 on, when I had my big weight loss, because I just felt like now that I feel confident enough to step out and to be seen and to be in front of the camera, and then also to started to model, I felt like I want to be beautiful. Now it's time for me to shine. And a lot of self-love went into this, also a lot of struggle, but in a lot of ways I'm treating myself, but by eating a healthy diet and drinking a lot of water. And it sounds so cliche, but there is a lot to it, please believe me. Yeah, so yeah, there is the nutrition and of course also skincare, definitely. Question number 8. In your mind, do you equate aging with a diminishing of beauty? Very good question. I think I would have said so. I like a couple of years ago, I would have said so when I was still judging, you know. Now I don't anymore. I do believe though that a lot of older people could do more for themselves and have sort of given up, and that pains me. That part of it pains me. I do not believe though that the person is necessarily uglier or not as pretty because of that. But I do believe that, especially for women, now I can't speak for men because I don't feel like a man, I guess. But for women, and I cannot generalize that of course either, but I think the way a lot of women are is that you want to feel special, you want to feel like you're treating yourself, you're doing something good for yourself. And unfortunately a lot goes at some point in life into eating. You're treating yourself with food and stuff like that, and that is usually not salads, you know. So, and I feel like, wow, if you could just pamper yourself with skincare or with some nice makeup or whatever, or some nice jewelry, you know, just put a crown on, do something, but don't poison your body and with wrong food or with whatever, you know. So I do believe a lot of people could do more, and I think as a result of that would also feel better about themselves, because it feels, I'm talking to a lot of people, because also a lot of people write to me and ask me for my advice on all of that, and I feel a lot of people get lost in themselves and in their lives, especially also once the kids have moved out and suddenly they have the empty nest. And I feel like people could do more, and a lot of people who have then followed some of my advices, I don't know, I'm not an expert on anything, I'm just going to like according to what I feel or what makes sense to me or what has worked for me, you know. But a lot of people came back to me and told me, wow, I feel so much more beautiful now, and I feel so much more valued also by my husband now, and whatever. Ever since they made that change or that choice for themselves, they also got recognized by the world around them as a beauty or as significant or as important, you know. And the people around them couldn't realize that up until the person itself realized it. So I think there is a lot into this, in that, that we, beyond makeup, beyond the beauty industry, that we as aging people have to reevaluate sort of ourselves at each stage of our life and see, where do I stand? How do I want to go from here? What is left? It sounds horrible. Don't take it wrong, but what am I going to do with the time that I still have? Because our time is not limitless. I mean, let's not kid ourselves, right? So I think that there is a lot that people can do for themselves, and yeah, so I think that is that is my answer. Yeah, but it's not diminishing beauty. It's definitely not. It's a changing beauty. Okay, it is also the changes in us and the changes in our body and how we relate to that and how we deal with it, you know, because we really can't stop it like completely. So yeah. Okay, question number 9. Name a channel that you would recommend as someone who challenges ageism in the beauty community and shows that anyone can wear whatever they want. Debbie. Well, that is really the only person that I immediately think of. But I also have to say that I'm not following so many people. I'm following my YouTube friends that I have been exposed to now, and I'm not necessarily looking for new people, because already now I have a hard time dealing with like supporting my YouTube friends, because my life is super crazy busy and it just gets worse by the minute, and I don't know how to handle it all, you know. Actually, there's one more. There is Debbie, who is definitely like that. And beyond that, she's also super soothing and calming. And if you don't even watch her, but if you just listen to her, you know, the way her voice is, it's like yoga for your brain cells, you know. So in case you're stressed, go check out Debbie, and check her out anyway, because she's amazing. And there's also Nona. Nona is also a special YouTube friend who is also, I think she's just like a few years older than I am. And she is amazing. She just puts on the makeup whatever she wants, according to her preferences, according to her abilities. And I love that. There's Nikki Raven, who is, I think, 2-3 years older than I am, who is also super bold, not only also in her makeup, but also in the way she is, in the way, you know, her bare head, and then she wears wigs and she does whatever she wants, and that is definitely also one. And there is Katie. Yeah, I don't even know how old she is, but she must be around my age. Katie from Makeup for Lost Time. I'm going to have everybody linked, okay? So Katie is so different. I don't know anyone like her. She is super colorful. Also, her language, I have to warn you, is she just speaks the way it comes out, you know what I mean? But I love her because she lives the way she wants to live, and she does not fake it, and she's the way she speaks, you know, also sometimes very not like me, but she is also like, when she speaks to me, she also speaks to me like that. But I feel that there is so much love in her, you know, and I love when people are just the way they are. They don't fake it. And yes, we are at a certain age and we just do what we feel like, because now we are finding ourselves, and now we have the courage to go out here and expose ourselves, you know, also to criticism and to whatever. So yeah, so those are a couple of, but there are certainly more. I can't think of it right now, but that is definitely some of them. Okay, then question number 10. What tips do you have for anyone older who wants to venture into colorful or bold eye looks? Do whatever you want. Don't stick to the rules. I always feel personally, because I have this thing, I learned traditional makeup, classic makeup, and I have this thing about my mattes, that I need my mattes and whatever, and I'm limiting myself in a lot of ways because of that. And I feel like, why, Leora, why are you doing that? You know, put the shadows wherever you want. The lightest shade doesn't need to be at the inner part of your lid. It can be wherever you want, and you can have glitter wherever you want, and you can have your shimmers wherever you want, and if you want to wear shimmers only, that is okay too. And you know, all of that I want to just put out there. Do whatever you want, because there are already so many rules in life. Really, do we also need to limit ourselves in this? This is supposed to be fun, you know? Yes, I do professional makeup, and for like clients, I would also do it the normal way, probably the normal way, the traditional way, because that is what is expected, and of course you want to please the clients. But for yourself, or for myself, I'm starting to be more free now, and I'm starting to also like put shimmers in my outer corners. That was unheard of. It's outrageous. Leora doesn't do stuff like that. And I only started in the last months to be a little bit more loose about that, and I'm still alive, you know? And it's fun, and it gives you so many more options to play with and to use your palettes, to use what you have, and I think that's awesome. And if you do not want to make a full face of makeup because foundations do not look good on you anymore because of the wrinkles and whatever, then don't. Then just use a good eyeshadow primer and put your eyeshadow on and feel do what you feel. That is what it all boils down to, you know, because really for most of us this is fun and this is a hobby, and for me it is a hobby too, but besides that it's my business, and I'm super glad that I'm in the position that I actually could make a business out of my biggest pleasure and biggest passion. But besides that, for most of us it's a hobby only, and it should be fun and we should just do whatever. And I think also at the end of the day that the brands do benefit from that, because maybe they didn't even intend this or that shadow or this or that palette to be used like that, and they get to see how other people interpret their products. And I think that is beautiful, and I think really brands should pick up on that, pick up on the big potential that is in the older, like mid-range age range, and also older YouTube community, and also on Instagram, you know, to feature more people who are not perfect anymore, you know. And because the age of the world is getting older and older, you know. I mean, there are not so many kids born anymore. I know that I've done a big part to the world population myself, but anyway, in general, the world population is aging, and there is such a big market, and the market is getting bigger and bigger, and the market should see that, you know, the brands should see that, the industry should see that, and also push that a little bit more, and also make it easier for people, for older people, to find something they like, to find something that they can work with. So I think that is my answer, I hope. Sweeties, I hope that was fun. Debbie, I hope I didn't butcher your tag too much. I'm so glad that I got to talk about this. And of course, I'm going to have Debbie linked also in the description box, as well as everybody else I spoke about. And I'm highly recommending for you to check out Debbie and the other content creators, because, you know, we are all at a stage of our lives where we are just super different, but we're all in support of each other, and we are all in acceptance of each other. And I think that is a beautiful thing. It's so beautiful. And you know what? The inner beauty is also a big deal, you know, because people can see that. People can see beyond what you put on your face and beyond what you display, like, you know, like that. And I think a lot of younger YouTubers honestly have a real problem with that, because they cannot do that yet. They don't know yet. They don't have the life experience yet. They don't know yet where they stand, even though they think they do. And I think that at our age and older, we just know where we stand and what we want and what we stand for and all of these things. So I do believe that we have a platform. I do believe that we deserve a platform, we deserve a voice, and we deserve viewers, and we deserve PR, and we deserve everything, you know. Yeah, so that is that. I hope you did enjoy yourselves here. Feel free to leave me your comments in the comment section down below, and if you're new here, then please feel free to browse around in my content, check out what else I have to offer, and then subscribe to my channel if you like something here. And besides that, of course, I hope you have a wonderful day. You'll find my makeup linked in the description box down below, and I hope to see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.